Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Factorio Midstrap test build, where we test out all these blueprints I designed. And last time we got the robot area up and running. Robots are being constructed, and our red belts are being constructed, and they are doing what they can, only there is an issue here. As you can see, we don't have any iron going down the belts because it's all getting sucked up by the science, so we need to address this. The next phase of the build will add 2 red belts of iron plates to the bus and 2 red belts of gear wheels to the bus, which is going to make everything down here happen much faster. We have to get to the point where we can actually take advantage of that. So one thing we're going to do is we are going to use an upgrade planner and start working, let's put it there, we're going to start working on updating some of our bus, mainly just the iron part. We're going to upgrade this to steel furnaces and red belts. So let's just go in here and set this up real quick. We want to turn belts, the normal belts, into their fast versions. And I'm probably going to be doing most of this by hand until we have a critical mass and until we have more items going down the belt. But it wouldn't hurt to just mark everything so I know what needs to be updated and what has not been updated. We want to turn stone furnaces into steel furnaces. It only has one option, so it just automatically updates to that. Alright, so we have that, and we can. I want to do this one right here. So let's just hover over all that. Select it. We'll get all little circles. And we also need to update that. And we need this amount updated because we need the ore going down the belts. And I guess that as well, and that'll be enough for now. Then we want to grab all of the iron. And basically just run right down. And there's a little bit of a zigzag there. Okay, I think that's gonna be good. And we finished our most recent research, and I'm actually gonna stop doing research for a little bit to help the items come down the belt. So that's one thing we need to be working on. Another thing that I've been thinking about since the last episode is I've been thinking about our power situation. We do have enough power right now. Let me grab a power pole. Click. We've got 96 steam engines, which you can see are total. Like, we have a lot that we could be using that we don't need yet. So we have some time to wait until we have to really worry about this. But this amount of steam engines is not going to last that long, particularly not when we add the next section, which is going to add all that iron, because it's going to add a big section here, which is going to use a lot of electric furnaces. And that's going to draw a lot of power. Even though we won't be making all those beacons at first, we're still going to see a pretty big spike in power. And we were going to use, I had planned on using steam power. We have all this water off to the left. There is this big coal patch off to the right, but that big blueprint is going to cut the 2 in half. So that's not terribly practical to use coal for the steam and the water over here. So I think what I'm going to do is I think we're going to create some solid fuel out of our oil supply here. These tanks here are full. This train is more than enough to handle this for the time being. This train is meant to handle the beacon setup later. So what I did is I made 2 different solid fuel blueprints. And they both provide the exact same amount, 20 solid fuel per second, which is how much we need. Where's the blueprint book? Okay, these guys right here. These take 4 yellow belts of coal to run all of these different steam engines. Or you can do 20 solid fuel per second, which is a little bit more than it's like a belt and a third. And it will run the same amount because it has triple the density of megajoules or whatever. Either one of these, 20 per second, instead of those 4 yellow belts of coal. And this one uses beacons. You can see it has only 1 refinery there. But we're not going to have beacons or modules for quite some time. And so we can't really use this one. So we have to use one that's a little bit bigger. We gotta use this one. And these two, they do the exact same thing. But this one is much larger. And I suppose I'm gonna put these in the blueprint book as like an optional kind of thing. So they would go somewhere in here. And I suppose I should change the name. Optional. 20 solid fuel per second for the steam. Maybe I'll put a little steam icon in there just so it's a little bit obvious what it's for. We don't need to build this right now. I got to work on the red belts in just a second, but I wanted to bring it up at the beginning of the video. So it's right here. I guess it's not that big. when you put it down. And it only uses about, I kind of forget, maybe like 200 oil per second, something like that. It'll go right there. We've got water right here from our tanks from the train and oil right there. So I think that'll be fine. And then we will put the steam down below it. See if I can find it. Yeah, okay, so we can put all of this power right there, and that will provide 245 megawatts, which will hopefully get us through until we are done with this next phase. Okay, so that's the plan. That's what we're working on. I am going to start upgrading things, and hopefully we can get some more iron coming in. We also need to probably lay out some more drills. Alright, well that didn't take all that long, just a few minutes crafting the gear wheels here, having this little buffer area, that really helped a lot. That's the major contributing factor for upgrading from normal belts to fast belts, so I think I will put this in the final version. I'll just, when I make the paste bin, I'll leave some notes as well. If you want to use the blueprints and just to show what these are for, and that you gotta get rid of them, this guy will be temporary as well as this guy, but now that I've got the red belt upgraded all the way down there, we can't get rid of this one because it is redundant. We've got all of the ore set up, and one nice little thing about this layout is we only have 4 lines of iron ore coming into this little beginner area, so we only need a 4-to-4 balancer for the iron, so that is nice and compact. And I think the same thing is true of copper, even less. We've got like 2.5 lines of copper, so that's going to be pretty easy to keep manageable. Let's get rid of these guys, the inserters first, then the machines. Then we'll get rid of that, so that connects through there. And then this, and then that, and blam, we have the space, the gap in there that we're going to need later. Let's head down. I do have a lot of stuff on me. I can probably still handcraft quite a few things. Let's make a few of those, and then the rest can be red belts. And we're going to make sure that we are going to be creating the items we need to produce the next area, so we'll take a look at the next blueprint, which has a lot of things. Let's just park right about there. Things are pretty much upgraded. And, okay, so one thing, this whole mall area does not need to be upgraded. This area up here is already all red belts. The only area that needs to get upgraded is this little guy right here. There's no belt weaving in this section. There is going to be a circuit area right there in the future that does have belt weaving. So just something to be aware of. Don't upgrade areas that have belt weaving because it'll break. I'll just go ahead and do that, and they can take care of that. We are up to 235 construction robots. I wonder how much the next robot speed costs. Oh, we need yellow sign. Yeah, we can't do it, so they're going to be kind of slow for a while. That's okay. We're going to scale them up. They will have strength in numbers. What else was I going to look at? I guess we got to look at this blueprint. So let's go ahead. It is this one. So we are going to need 200 electric furnaces. That's probably the major thing we need to worry about. The rest of this stuff is not that big a deal. And we just want to make sure that the chests are set up correctly. Let's go take a look. Electric furnaces are right here. 200 is 4 stacks, but they're of course going to create them a little bit. But I'll go ahead and put a gap of 4 stacks in there because we're going to need them, more of them later anyway. Although they're just going to place them. Yeah, that's not necessary. They're just going to place them. I'll do 2 stacks. We don't need those sitting there not getting used. This has a gap in it. Most of these, that has a gap in it. Everything we need to be using is should be set up to already be buffering. I'm not buffering these guys because we're creating them down to the left, and the steam stuff I will probably place by hand until the robots are doing a little better. Okay, we got a gap there. We do have a gap there. We are going to need some signals. Those all have gaps. We don't need these ever, actually. If I change, we're going to have to paste down the blueprint a few times, though, and having a stack there is whatever. That's no big deal. Gaps there for those. That's that. Okay, good. Seems like everything is going to be all right. Here's the train stuff. Yeah, okay, so they will craft. I'll go ahead and put a few gaps here. for those, because we're going to need a lot of these guys, and a lot of these guys, but they will place them as we need them, so we don't really need that much space in there. A lot of blank ones we don't have the, we haven't researched yet. Okay, that's all looking okay. They can keep working on this. Let's just see that we should have enough robots that they should not fall behind, I don't think. Oh, there are a lot idle, not doing anything. They're not gonna, yeah, there's nothing, there's no leftovers here. They're picking up everything as it's getting crafted. One thing we probably could do... It looks like it's keeping up. Yeah, it looks like it's keeping up. I could add some more machines. We do need more than this, so maybe this is just not enough. So let's just duplicate it. Let's add a second set right about... Let's get the car out of the way. Gear wheels are the bottleneck at the moment, and our iron plate is backed up. So let's go ahead and do that. Yup. Whoops. Okay, I already screwed it up. Good job there. Temporary gears. Gonna have to modify this as well in the blueprint so we have more, because there's not enough machines. There we go. And there. And blop, 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 blop. Alright. 8 machines. That seems a little bit better. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely helping. Okay. Pretty good. Alright, well, before we place this blueprint, I do want them to finish up in this area locally so things start to get crafted, because as soon as I place this, they're just going to, it's going to disperse their effectiveness. They're going to start randomly doing this stuff instead of filling in these things, so we are going to wait for that to happen. But one thing I could do first is, where did that blueprint go? I have a hotkey for it. Okay, we can just take a look and see if I got to clear out any trees. Now that we have the robots can clear the trees, but as you can see, we're not quite up to speed with them yet. So I will be having to help out for a while. The blueprint has got to go pretty much here, and it looks like I managed to dodge the trees almost perfectly. Maybe right here, we have to blow these guys up. Let me chuck a grenade out the window. Bam! I did research grenade explosion damage, but looks like it was not enough. Maybe I need a few more ranks. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do this, and I'm also going to place some turrets down because it's going to extend our base quite a bit. And another thing we might do is drive around and murder some aliens, kill some bases. Although I haven't been attacked in a little while from that group that's been hassling us, or maybe I just haven't noticed. Let's take a look up here. Here's where we're getting attacked. Oh yeah, we take a look at a bit of damage. Not that much, though. Hey, guys. Catch! That's right. That's right. It's your neighbor. Oh, I love the new sound effects. Here, take that. All right, I think I took care of one pair of neighbors, and we just discovered another pair, and they've been running around over here, and I didn't notice. They changed the sound effect at some point. It used to be this awooga sound, and now it's a bip, and I don't even notice it. Okay, where are they? Oh, maybe they got killed. They ran into these turrets. They were right here. Okay. So I just need to keep things in mind. I am producing a lot of this ammo now, so I just need to be aware that we have friends coming in from a different direction. So they came through here. I guess they probably came from up top, yeah? Up top. Although it does not seem like this has seen... All these guys still have 0 kills. So I'm just going to wrap around more turrets. And before too much longer, we hopefully will have some laser turrets up and running. And we're going to need a lot of power for that. Oh, I don't have any more I need to go grab more turrets. But we are going to need more power. So I think what I'm going to work on now is the steam power and the solid fuel blueprint I showed a little bit earlier. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Now we just need to hook up some oil and some water. We are going to have oil and water coming down here, but I kind of don't want to mess with this because I don't remember exactly where all the beacons are. We can just find a convenient spot for the water to come straight down through. I don't think we really even need a pump for this. This is facing the wrong way. I did make a note about that. That is an error. We have found more and more errors. Okay, water. They got water. Now we need the oil to come down, and it comes down through here. I think maybe, let's see, if it needs to be, maybe through here. Let's just see if we can find an avenue where there's a gap. Seems like there's one right there. Yeah, okay, maybe I can squeeze that up because in the future I want to be able to drive through here. I left a gap here, and here, and here, and here, and here, so we can drive through, and I'll put, like, paved in concrete. That'll be, like, the last step of the build. Just to do something fun and cosmetic while we do science by standing around doing nothing else. There we go. All right, we should have oil. It should be all set up with that. I think I put all the lights in. That's very important. Okay, we are harvesting the oil. We still have a pretty good amount of power left to us, but as soon as we start placing down laser turrets, our power demands are going to increase by a lot. They're down to 122 items left, and they've spread look at all the roboports they've placed. Yeah, that's what I like to see, robot. Look at all this solid fuel. It's awesome. This is a little bit awkward because we need 20, but I'm just going to keep using yellow belts because the steam power uses yellow belts. We could just use one red belt and not even an entire one red belt. All right, let's find this guy. One of these. Whichever one works best. I think this one. And we need... Oh, I forgot to give that last turret there some ammo. And we actually... we don't need that 4-to-4 balancer, so I can kind of put it right about there. And then we can... Because we're only using 2 belts, because the solid fuel is so much more dense than... Blop! So much more dense than the coal, we can just do it like that, and that will supply all of that. And that is, what does the blueprint say? Blueprint says that's an additional 245 megawatts, and we are currently pulling... Can I click on... Oh, that's not going to be part of the network anyway. Yeah, we're only up to like 70 or 80 total here, so we just quintupled our power. You know, quick eyeball math. That seems pretty good. Hey, alright, we've got some tanks researched. I've been upping the damage of our turrets, and I've researched laser turrets. Let's do laser turret shooting speed. Let's see how many we've managed to craft. Only 26, because, well, all this stuff is designed really to be upgraded with beacons, so it's not going to be going full speed. I wanted to get a defensive measure before we add a giant new section of the base, because as you can see, we've got some aliens that are trying to get a little bit closer to us. And so I need to be able to clear them out. And the way this base is structured, we're a little bit vulnerable because I am basically, I'm delaying some progress so that our base works, or so that our base functions at 450 size per minute without rebuilding anything. Okay, so that's going to build some cannon shells. I need to make a tank, which is right there. We need steel plates, iron gear wheels, advanced circuits, and engine units. The steam build right here is done, so we should be pretty good for... Look at that. We're only using a tiny amount of our total throughput. I sort of just... I didn't really think too hard about the water. I've got it coming in from both sides. I might have to readjust that much later. But we have plenty of power for at least a little while, so now I need to worry about the aliens. And as soon as I get this tank up and running, we're going to start our next blueprint. Alright, well, I think the time is now. I've started peppering in the laser turrets to fend off these increasingly large incursions, and we gotta keep going. I got robots sitting around not doing anything now at this point, so let's create, or let's put down the next blueprint and let the robots get back to work. Bam. And I think a good rule of thumb whenever you place a blueprint this big is just save the game right before... Oh, there goes the robots. They're going for the stockpile. Save the game right before you place it, so if you screw up the placement, you don't have to worry about fixing everything, deconstructing all of the ghosts, and then replacing it. You can just load the game. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. It's beautiful! Look at it! Alright, so they can be occupied with that. Bra-bump. And we can go have a little bit of fun. I don't normally use the tank because usually I tech right past it. But with this particular configuration where we've delayed the purple and the yellow science a while, I can't skip straight to power armor like I would normally do. So we get to play around with this a little bit. And I know a lot of people love using the tank to kill aliens. I'm just not super familiar with it. It does... Okay. Yeah, I don't know the exact range there. Alright, we cleared him out a little bit. I took a little bit of damage. There we go. Kill all these guys. Kill that. Not the most responsive vehicle in the world. I guess I gotta get used to switching back and forth between the big cannon and the little guy. And we'll just kite these guys backwards a little bit. These are, what, medium biters? There we go. These are... Okay, good. That wasn't so bad. We cleared those guys out. I think they were the ones attacking us. Let's just do a little repair arena. I think they were the ones doing this. So, I suppose we should also clear out these guys and just basically do a loop. Oh my goodness. It's beautiful. They're building it, and I get to go murder the Oh, okay. Drove through some goop. I get to go murder aliens while the robots build the base. We will have to worry about outposts, but I'm not worried about that right now. We'll do that later, after I clear out some of the locals. Ungrateful. Ungrateful. Don't appreciate my presence. Not quite as responsive as the car, but has a nice little punch. Maybe, oh yeah, there we go. Well, it looks like they are doing a pretty good job. We're still missing a number of fast belts. I'm just going to run this wall all the way down here because we don't need anything really to the right of here. Although we're probably going to use this as our first outpost. It's pretty close, but we're going to go ahead and do it that way. I suppose if I really wanted to, short term, I could delete the trains and just mine this in and bring it in with the belt. But that's a bit short-sighted, even though that's 77 million. Maybe it doesn't matter. But we're going to use the trains because I set up the trains. You never know how far away your ore is going to be. It's not always going to be that convenient. Energy weapon damage done. Okay, I think what we need to do is start working on some speed modules. Even if I get some, let's see, we can do rank 2. We can't do speed module rank 3 yet, but if I can put some rank 2s in some of these guys, this could help out our laser turret production, because currently we're capped on this guy not making batteries fast enough. So that would help with that, so we can transition away from the physical gun turrets, although we're still going to be mixing them in for now. We're going to start putting up the walls while the robots do all of that. And I've got some turrets here. Although we've been getting attacked less since I cleared out some of the nearby aliens, so things seem to be going, knock on wood, pretty good. That's done. All right, rank 2. There we go. All right, so looking at the overlay from the map view, it seems like the majority of what's missing is the red belts. If we just scan down, yeah, red belts missing, red belts missing. Most of the train stuff seems to be in place, red belts missing. All the trains are here, and as you can see, they've already got a full schedule set up. We might have to use more than one outpost, so I might have to rework some of these, but at least it's better than nothing. They're at least partially set up, even if I have to rework the where we pick up the ore from. And I've started doing an enclosure here. We are crafting laser turrets fast as I can. I made some speed module Mark 1s, and I put them into here and here just to speed up some of our crafting. Until we get to the next level of science, the purpley science. And I've stopped doing research. Did I already say that? I've stopped doing research so that more iron is filtering down to the far end, and we can craft the belts. Seems to be going well. We should have this done in not too long. Things are definitely speeding up. I'm going to finish up this little corner here, and then I'm going to place basically some gates. so that the trains can come in and out, but we can still have a perimeter defense. Here's the current state of the base. Expanded a lot. We are expanding. This is a rail line, not a wall. This white bar, that's the wall. Still getting attacked here. And I think they might be running through this little archipelago thing, or peninsula, whatever, a little string of land. All right, I think we are ready to let the train start picking up iron from over here and test out our big layout, see if everything works right. And this little guy right here, this is supposed to supply rocket fuel for these trains, but obviously it doesn't have beacons, it doesn't have productivity or speed modules, and so I don't think it's going to be fast enough. One of the things we're learning as we do this test, so I'm going to just steal some solid fuel from this guy from the time being. We're not using anywhere near our capacity yet, so it should be fine. Just, yeah, not even close. Just have to keep an eye on it. And in order to, let's see, I think what we can do is just make sure, yeah, we can use different sides of the belt. So I guess we want you to be on this side, right? Because the rocket fuel is going to be on the left. There we go. Just so that they don't mix up and I can clean off the solid fuel later without too much trouble. Another thing we need to do, we need to give all the trains, besides the ones in the actual stops, all the ones stuck in the stacker are going to need some fuel, because they don't have any, because as far as I'm aware, the robots don't know to deliver fuel to trains. Okay, and once they get to the stop, oh my gosh, the way, gosh, darn it, the way I've designed it, should... Zip, zip. They'll pick it up after they get going, but in order to get the thing up and running, I'm gonna have to give them some. All right, all those guys. Yo, what? Would you look at where you're going? Okay, get out of the car. Stop driving. Where are these things? There they are. Okay, heal that up. Heal that up. Then we run here, and we'll just give. I think I'll just do a right click to give 25 to each, just to make sure I don't run out, because there's a lot of trains here. And not have to go scoop up another set. Okay, very good. So we don't have the stone one set up yet. We are just testing the iron one right now. I think I can do this from a distance. Automatic. Go to the iron pickup. Yep, this is the iron one. And that's there. And you can see now with the, if you haven't seen this more updated UI, you can see exactly where they're going and the route they're taking. All right, and you too, buddy. And you. I guess I don't need to be standing right next to them. The range at which you can click on a train, I think, is infinite. As long as you can see it on your radar or whatever. So I'm just gonna get these guys set up. So I said before that I had put in a cheat sheet for the different amount of drills we need for each of the additions. So for this iron and the stone add-on, we need 640 iron drills, and that's without productivity. I currently have level 2. And this guy right here has 170. So yeah, that's going to be less than half. But that is taking into account everything being sped up with beacons and everything. We're getting attacked. That's what that sound is, but beep, beep. Oh no! How'd you get in there? I don't know how he got in there. I need to go take care of that. Okay, the iron will take care of itself. We're going to be getting some of it. They should be able to get through the stacker. Don't get hit by a train. We need to go kill some aliens, figure out how he got in there. The robots will actually repair everything that's damaged after we kill that guy. Where is he? Let's click again. You're up in... Okay, you're up in my business. There you go, you're dead. That's right, you're dead. Jerk. Okay, I don't have any more. Oh, there's more? Where are they? Oh, they're up here. Okay, how did you guys... Where did you come? They might have come from here. Straight from the north. Do I see any aliens? It seems like they're still coming from the south. We do have gaps in our walls, but they would have attacked the thing. Whoop! Okay. I was getting spit on. That's not very nice. I think they're probably coming from here. Alright, so I just need to extend the wall a bit. And then we can set up Purple Science, because I think it's missing a belt or something. Just to give it the last little bit it needs. I do have a number of these. Alright. Next time you run down here, you're going to get a nasty little surprise. Called a laser beam to your dome. Okay, just drag this by. Power it up. Power it. I wonder if I have any normal ammo. I do have some. Okay, so we can double up our damage types here. Just do this. Eventually, I will start doing this from a distance with the robots. But we're still a bit limited. They're still pretty slow. So I've been doing the turreting on my own so far. I've got 200 right there. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that solves that little problem. Alright, where's my car? Right down there. Let's go pick up the car. Let's see if we can get the Purple Science up and running. And is our stuff working? It seems like it is. Oh my gosh, look at this. Steel line operating correctly. Gear wheels operating correctly. That doesn't mean there's not mistakes in here, but at least the output is going, like the things are going in the right place. And we should have iron coming in. This guy is... Oh, okay. Found a mistake. There's some belts there that are going the wrong direction. I got to make a note of that so I can correct the master copy and update the blueprint book. And that is preventing the iron plates from hitting the iron plate belt. Oh, what's there? Oh, a little power line. Okay. Gonna have to murderize some more aliens in a bit. Let's run down here and set up Mr. Purple Science. Whatever it's missing. Repair packs. Okay, Purple Science is right here. Oh, that's right. Okay, so this is obviously incorrect. I think this is a user error, not the I don't think the blueprint is mistaken. I think it's me that's mistaken. So that should come down here. This was a really tricky layout to figure out, to fit in the beacons and to only use red belts and to get all this stuff to go through here. And the throughput we'll need for the fully sped up beacon version. Seems to be working. Oh, we need to update these. There we go. Purple Science. Right? Purple Science? Oh, not yet. Okay, we also need speed or productivity module 1s. Bam! And then that should be Purple Science up and running. Very good. We've got the 5th science going. Just checking there. We're missing beacons, which we're not going to research those until the whole thing is laid out. But that is set up one step farther. Let's go double check our layout here. And also reverse those belts that are screwed up. Whoop. Okay, I didn't screw it up. Oh, there we go. Yep. Alright. Need to make a note of this. Pow, pow. We won't know how effectively this is working, actually, until we have all the beacons and modules in. Okay, that's done. Personal laser defense. Love it. Does it take blue circuits? It does. We're not going to have blue circuits for a little bit. So maybe let's just get this thing researched and out of the way. Okay, there goes a train. Here comes some ore. Yeah, seems fine. A lot of these are similar. This is one of the simpler layouts because it's mostly just smelting. The only place where we have actual assembly going on, assembly machines, is right here with the gear wheels. And we won't know like how effective this is until we speed everything up, like I said. But as long as the things are going to the right destination, that's good enough for now. We can really fine-tune it later. 90 megawatts. Our power drain has increased. This should help. We've got the 5 sciences. All right. I think that's a good place to end the episode for today. I do need to finish setting up these trains. Next time, we are going to need an additional metal outpost for this place. We need to set up the stone outpost to get more bricks. And then we will start on the next... I didn't start this one, did I? No, okay. They're just waiting for the stacker to clear. There they go. All right. So, we have this amount done. Next time, we're going to add this addition, which is going to fill out the rest of the science, add beacons to the layout. And we're going to have a circuit area up here, and the low-density structure and rocket fuel area up here. For launching the rockets, we'll have to move this wall. But that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.